You do not remember being born, you remember only waking, already grown, already armored, already given purpose. From the moment your eyes opened, you were told one truth. You exist to stand between humanity and the horrors that lurk beyond the veil of reality. You were chosen before you could choose for yourself, taken as a child, though you barely remember childhood at all, trained not in ordinary combat, but in something far darker, how to face enemies that cannot be seen by normal eyes, creatures born not of flesh, but of nightmare and corrupted thought itself. Your armor is silver, blessed by 1,000 rites, inscribed with wards older than the stars you were born under. Your blade burns not with fire, but with something purer, a weapon forged specifically to unmake the horrors that hide in shadow and whisper in dreams. You learned early that your enemy does not simply attack the body, it attacks the mind, the soul. It whispers promises of power, of relief from pain, of answers to questions you were never meant to ask. Your training was not just to fight, it was to resist, to hear the whispers and remain unmoved. Many of your brothers did not survive that training, not because their bodies failed, but because their minds broke first. You remember your first true battle, not against men, not against ordinary enemies, but against something that should not have existed. A tear in reality itself, spilling horrors into the world of ordinary people who had no idea such things could exist. You stood in that breach, alone at first, your silver armor the only barrier between innocent lives and annihilation. You did not run. You could not run, not because you were fearless, but because you had been made for exactly this moment. The horror wore 1,000 faces, spoke in 1,000 voices, promising you everything you had ever wanted. If only you would step aside. You did not step aside. Your blade moved with purpose, forged through years of unbearable training, and the horror screamed as it was unmade, sealed back beyond the veil from which it came. You have fought since then more times than you can count. Each battle leaves scars, not always visible ones. Some nights, you still hear the echoes of what you faced, whispers that linger long after the enemy is destroyed. Your brothers understand this burden. It is why you fight together, why none of you fight alone. Isolation is exactly what the darkness wants, a single mind to break, to twist, to use as a doorway. You have watched brothers fall, not to blades, but to the whispers themselves. You have been forced to end what they became, knowing it was mercy, though it never feels like mercy in the moment. This is the cost no one warns you about when you are chosen. The horror is not only what you fight, sometimes it is what you might become if you falter even once. Despite everything, you do not regret your purpose. Ordinary people walk through their lives never knowing how close they came to horrors beyond comprehension, never knowing that somewhere silver-armored warriors stood between them and oblivion, asking for no recognition, wanting no glory. That silence, that anonymity, is not a burden to you, it is the entire point. You do not fight to be remembered. You fight so that others never have to know what you know. Tonight, as you stand watch at the edge of a sealed breach, your blade still humming with restrained power, you remind yourself of the vow you made long ago, a vow with no end date, no retirement, no true rest, only the next battle and the one after that. For as long as the darkness continues to seek a way through, you are the silence between worlds. You are the wall no one sees, and as long as you still draw breath, you will not let it fall.